Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. So for today's video, I'm going to show you what I've been doing every single day this winter for like my makeup routine. And it's really easy. It kind of resembles my like everyday makeup look, but we keep it matte. In the winter, I don't really like to have too much of a glowy like look, like highlighter or shine. I like to keep things matte just because, I don't know, it just kind of gives me more of a like a winter vibe. But keeping that in mind, we are not dry over here. We have good skincare underneath this makeup, so we're very hydrated, and we use a neutral primer where we're not like super matte and super cakey looking or anything like that. Everything looks really smooth. So before we get started, please consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already, or you come pretty often. Hit that notification bell so you always know when I post. Follow me on Instagram because when I'm not here, I'm over there on Instagram and TikTok, which I'll leave them down below for you. And without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so as you can see, I've already done my eyebrows, which nothing ever changes. And for primer, I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Cookies and Dreams Putty Primer. You can use any putty primer. I'm just using this one because it's new and I have it here. Oh, actually, before we do that, I'm going to actually prep the skin with the NYX Bare With Me facial spray. Like I said, we want to prep a good foundation to this makeup. We don't want to be dry. And then we're going to just jump straight into complexion. Typically, I always do my eyes before my face, but with this type of makeup look, I just do my complexion first because the eyes is really simple anyway, so I don't need to do that first because I know it's not like gonna mess up the rest of my face. So reverting back to an OG, the Maybelline Fit Me foundation, the matte one, I've like rediscovered it. I started using it again because I kind of wanted to go into my stash and like use old products that I loved, and now I see why I love it so much. It is so good, and for the price, the only downside obviously is the pump. Like there's no pump, it's just pores. And then I think that's why they kind of made the Super Stay one, but I feel like I like this one better than the Super Stay. And I am in the shade 332, and I'm just buffing this with the e.l.f. Ultimate Buffing brush. And I just go over my eyes too to have a nice even layer of skin. Another OG is the LA Girl Concealer, the Pro Conceal, and I am in the shade Medium Beige. So I'm going to use this just to brighten up the under eyes. And this is almost my perfect shade. It's just like probably a shade lighter. And then I'm just going to blend that out with the e.l.f. Cookies and Dreams sponge. And to set the spots where I concealed, I'm using the Patrick Star One Size Beauty translucent powder. To set the rest of the face, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Super Stay Powder Foundation, and this is also in the shade 332. And I like to do this like on my matte or super matte days because I don't use any other creams beyond, you know, concealer. I don't use cream blush, I don't use cream bronzer, so I really want to set the face before I go in with all my other powders. This also helps me dust away any excess powder from setting the concealer. And then I go over it with the LA Colors mineral pressed powder, because for some reason I always feel like that powder always makes me look really ashy, but I like it, which is very, very weird. And every time I get a different shade, it just looks very off. Okay, so then I'm going to contour a little bit with the Lorac Pro Contour palette, and I'm going to be dipping into mostly the medium contour shade and a little bit of the deep, and I'm just going to carve out like the cheekbones and like around the outer perimeters of my face. And I like to do it because like in the winter, because I don't like to look too bronzy in the winter. We are not bronze in the winter naturally, so I don't like to look bronze in the winter. And then for blush, I'm going to use the e.l.f. Always Rosy blush. I absolutely love this blush because it's just such a perfect shade for my skin tone, and just like the deepness of it is so perfect for winter. It kind of gives you that like I'm cold rosy cheek moment and pink and rosy nose. And just to kind of make myself not so powdery, I'm just going to spray some more of the NYX Bear With Me facial spray. It's kind of like a midway refresher after all this powder that you just put on. So now we're going to move on to the eyes. And I'm going to be using the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill palette. This is from the Volt collection, and this is the Dark Magic palette. So it has like really pretty neutrals with like some pops of dark colors. And actually I didn't even realize this blue right here matches my top. But we're not gonna be using color today. We're gonna be super neutral. And I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Cookies and Dreams brushes. And I'm using a lot of the Cookies and Dreams collection because I just got it and I haven't really been using it much. So this is like the fluffier brush in that collection. So I'm going to pick up this shade right here, the Shush shade. It is a cool brown shade. And I'm going to just like buff that on the outer corner of the eyes and bring it in like in the crease as well. And then I'm going to be using the smaller brush of that collection and picking up this shade right here called Poof, and it is a light cream shade. And I'm going to focus that here on the inner portion of my eyelid and inner corner. And just like the complexion, the eyes are also pretty matte. And I like to keep it like that, a little bit messy, only because then I go back and blend with that other shade again. So then I'm just taking that other brush again and kind of going over the dark areas just to blend all around the perimeter of that cream shade I just put in, with no extra product either, just blending. And that's that for that part. So now this next product, I've mentioned it before that I've always wanted to mention it, and I'm not sure if I have mentioned it, but I always say I'm going to mention it. But it's a replacement to the eyeliner that I absolutely love. You guys know I love the Tarte Double Take eyeliner, that it's like the liquid liner on the one end and then the pencil on the other end. And I found a dupe for it that I absolutely love, and it's just so much cheaper. It's only $2.99, I think. This is the Essence Superfine Eyeliner Pen. And I can create such a thin eyeliner with this that I absolutely love. I think I can create a thinner eyeliner with this one than I can with my Tarte one. So I do still have my Tarte one because I still do love it and I will keep it. But this is amazing, and especially for the price. And as always, my favorite mascara, Essence Lash Princess. I'm always so used to doing my eyes before my face and then completing the eyes when I'm done with my face that I completely forgot to do the bottom lashes. So we're gonna do that now. So I'm gonna take the same small brush and pick up the Poof shade and just bring that down to my lower lash line on the inner part. And then I'm taking Shush with the same little brush and doing it from the outer to the middle part of my lower lash line. Then just putting on some more mascara to the bottom lashes. Okay, so for lashes, I'm going to be using the Kiss So Wispy lashes in Pixie. These are my favorite lashes because they're so easy to put on and they just look so pretty with any eye look. Okay, so for lips, I'm going to be using the Dose of Colors and Shayla Lip Liner collab. I really love this like mauve tone color because it just, I feel like this also goes with anything. It's kind of like having a neutral lip, but with that tint of your lips but better, at least for like my skin tone, I think. Even leaving it like that just looks so good and so pretty. But I am going to put a lipstick on top. This is the Essence semi matte lipstick in Bold. I'm just gonna take the liner again and kind of just go on the perimeters, kind of just to like get like that darker like edge, kind of like an ombre effect almost. And of course you could always like top it off with a gloss, but I like to keep my things matte. This is how I like to look, and I'm like finished there. So, and of course we have to seal it all in, so I'll be using the Urban Decay All Nighter Spray. So this is the final look. This is how I've been liking to do my makeup recently, especially for this winter. I kind of like keep it matte, keep it cute, keep it simple. Yeah, and of course when summer comes around, spring comes around, we're gonna bronze it up, we're gonna bring shine back, we're gonna bring, you know, that glow back. But for right now, I really like how this looks. It just gives me like a winter face to me. If you guys enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment down below. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.